Hello, everyone. This is the Highlander Wrestling Show coming at you again. I'm going to be talking about some pro wrestling magazines. I got a few here that I was going to talk about and everything. And I didn't realize that they still make or they still print out Pro Wrestling Illustrated until my wife got me a year's prescription of it. I got the first uh, I got my first magazine of the one I didn't know a pro wrestling magazine I've had in a long time about 2 or 3 days ago. Got a lot of good stuff in there. Talking about Bailey and Sasha Banks rivalry and everything, which is a pretty good. Which I can't believe that the magazines are up to $8 an issue now. But anyway, here's a one from it's called Celebrity Wrestling. Now, it's old and it's pretty much coming apart and everything, but as you can see, it's got the Macho Man, Ric Flair, and Sting, and plus a bunch more on it. On the back of it, that's a pretty neat little picture on the back of it. Back then, this magazine would have cost $2.95 in the U.S. and in Canada it was $3.50 in Canada, which is a pretty good. I wish I could go back to that now. But anyway, here's some WWF magazine. This is just a few of them that I've had. I'm just going to show off here. These, when I used to get them, they was $3.50 a piece. This here is, of course, now that ain't old school. I don't know what it is. Look at that WWF symbol. It's got Mankind and, of course, Goldust. There's Sid Vicious. And these magazines were always cool to get a hold of because, they had a lot of stuff on WWF that I wanted to read up on. And here's another one. Of course, Mark Merrow and all them really wasn't one of my favorites. Sable was all right. But anyway, this is another WWF magazine. As you can tell, it's got the WWF symbol on it. There's The Undertaker. And finally retired. I can't believe it. This magazine was from 1996 in August. It cost $3.50 in the U.S. Well, you can't find that now. And Corey, here's a really old one. Well, it's about the same time of the year. I mean, it's about the same year, but it was in May. And it's got a good classic wrestler on the front of it, Jake the Snake Robert, with his albino, I guess is what you would call him, albino python. And this was World Wrestling Federation. Look on. I used to love to see this kind of stuff on the back on Coca-Cola. I always thought that was some funny stuff. And here's another one from 1997. I got this when I was in Florida. $3.50 US. This guy when Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels was having their feud. And pretty good magazine. And of course, none of mine are in mint condition or nothing like that. Of course, I wouldn't sell them anyway because these are some of my favorites. This is in January of 1997. And here's one of a blast from the past. June 1993, the World Wrestling Federation. Look at that. When was the last time you seen Hulk Hogan? I think this is right there before he went to WCW. That's got Bret Hart and Yokozuna. Oh, that's when they took the urn away from the Undertaker and he was trying to get it back. This magazine Believe it or not, in the United States, when my granddad, well, that's more like my father, because I was the only father I really knew. Back then, this is what he would have paid for this magazine for me: $2.95. Wow. And I remember my granddad raised Cain when that magazine went up to like $4 or $5. And here's another good magazine. And World Wrestling Entertainment Present. This is when they were still making World Wrestling Entertainment magazines. I don't know if they still make them or not, but it's got Bret the Hitman Hart on it. This magazine cost $6.99. On the back of it, it's got one of my old-time favorite PlayStation games, Odd World. I think that's Odd World. No, that's where the aliens, yeah. Anyway, it wasn't Odd World. I don't know why I was saying it was Odd World. And let's see here. Here's another blast from the past. Cost $2.50. WWF Wrestling Spotlight. I had this one for a long period of time. But anyway, look on the back of it. The old WWF, you can get it on Game Boy, Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega, the regular Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis. On the front of it, it's got my all-time favorite, one of my all-time favorite, Bret the Hitman Hart. Did a video on him. I hope everybody still enjoys watching. I got the poster out of it, which I still got it put up where it won't nothing happen to it. That's a very good magazine. And here's one that a lot of you fans out there might get a little teared up for seeing who's on the front of this one for both reasons. From the same group as Bret the Hitman Hart, Owen Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. That's Natalia's daddy when him and Owen were tag team at the time, besides him and Bret Hart. This was from 1994, September of 1994. This magazine was $2.95 US. And on the back of it, this is the thing I couldn't wait because this was SummerSlam. It was it was published by Domino's Pizza and everything. Look at that. That's when The Undertaker had a double. They was thinking it was two Undertakers. Of course, at the time, I could spot the fake Undertaker a mile away. Very cool magazine. 94. There's another oldie but goodie from March of 1994. I've had this one for a long time, too. Look who's on the front of that one. The Dead Man, Undertaker. And this magazine was $2.95. There's got Bret Hart up there. On the back of it, this game was pretty fun to play back then when they had it for Nintendo and Super Nintendo and all that. It was pretty fun. I used to watch the cartoon. Very cool. Oh, yeah, this is a good WWF magazine. Anybody wants to collect them? And this is what we're doing now was originally called America Online. Who remembers America Online? I used to have the disc for it. I was always wondering how in the world you surf a web. I wanted to see this happen. I didn't understand it back then. This was from 1995. I was 12 years old trying to figure out how you surf a web. But look at this. America Online, Bret the Hitman Hart. There's the little floppy disk. Look at that old computer right there. America Online, slow as Christmas, the best I remember them talking. This magazine cost $2.95 at the time. Bret Hart was sharpshooting into the cyberspace. So there's the 1, 2, 3 kid, or as a lot of people out there know him as X-Pac. And on the back of it, I always like to see what's on the back of it. I'm sorry, folks, but I have to show that to you, front to back. But yeah, that's a good one to get a hold of. And here's another one. This is when, I don't know if anybody out there was Western fans, but I remember growing up with my granddad and all them watching westerns. I loved John Wayne and all that, but his thing we used to watch was Lonesome Dove. And Bret Hart actually made an appearance on Lonesome Dove around 1995. And I remember I had to watch it with him to make sure I got to see Bret Hart. But here's the magazine. And there's the British Bulldog. And this was a very hard one to get a hold of because a lot of people was buying this up because that was a popular show at that time in 1995. Oh, yeah, look at that. Raw is War, the video game. It was for Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega Genesis, and Game Gear. Very cool. And, here's another old one. This is from February of 1996. Bret the Hitman Hart. Of course, like I said, these magazines ain't in the best shape in the world, but I still love them because they're part of my collection. So, anyway, I've had these magazines for 20-something years. There's the old Royal Rumble. Then there's Diesel or Kevin Nash, and there's Owen Hart. Very good magazine. Had a lot of good stuff in here. And here's Royal Rumble 1993. This was what was on the front of the cover of the VHS tape. Of course, that's what we used to have back then, VHS tapes. When Bret and Razor Ramon and all that. There's Nature Boy, I think. Yeah, Nature Boy, Ric Flair. There's Yokozuna, Bam Bam, Tatanka, Sid Vicious. Bob Backlund was coming back. Nails, if y'all remember him. Very good. Oh, I got to show y'all this. Who remembers this? The Game Genie. The only way you could cheat back then, if you knew how to do it. On some games, it wouldn't do it. You had you could do it on a lot of games, you just couldn't do everything with it. But this was the original cheating thing right here. Game Genie. Yeah, we use them a whole lot. And here's another good one, an old one. This is Volume 5 now from Wrestling Sport Life. And you can tell this one's an old one. Look at how young Bret Hart is in that one. I was a big fan of him even at this period of time. And, of course, I got to show you the back of it. This is exciting because I used to play this game all the time. It was corny as all get out even back then. But look at that. WrestleMania, the video game. And I never could actually beat the whole game, but it was fun to play anyway back then. It's corny as all get out now. This magazine cost $2.25 back then in the U.S. Here's another good old WWF magazine from August of 1994. This is when Hogan was still in the World Wrestling Federation before he became Hollywood Hogan, which I never cared for. But anyway, look at this one. Yokozuna Banzai dropping or power slam. I think he's power slamming Hogan. Hogan's trying to kick out of the 1, 2, 3. The count. This magazine costs $2.95. And this has also got that SummerSlam moment with there was 2 Undertakers, so y'all done seen that one. And of course, here's one for all you Shawn Michaels Heartbreak Kid fans. This magazine is pretty popular online from what I can tell. Look at that. That's when he had his original outfit when he became the Heartbreak Kid after he super kicked Shawn Michaels at Brutus the Barber Beefcake's barbershop scene on TV. And this here has also got a WWF game on the back of it for Sega and Super Nintendo. Well, I don't know if Super Nintendo came out yet or not. Probably didn't. But anyway. Oh, excuse me. There it is. Yeah, I don't know if anybody out there ever played this game. This game was pretty fun to play. But anyway, that's about all I got on the magazines. I just wanted to show everybody out there. Anyway, I hope everybody out there enjoys this video. Y'all make sure y'all watch out for Ultimo Gallo's weekly wrestling show. Look out for your next wrestling event and everything. And I hope anybody out there's got any questions about the magazines or anything like that, leave me a message. Share this video if you want to. But anyway, I hope everybody out there has a good night or good day whenever y'all is y'all watch this video, and we'll see y'all later on my next video. Y'all take care.